Well, it's been overcast, it's been raining, we've had thunder this morning, so we've had a quiet morning on the boat, but we decided just to bring the dinghy out. We've got a little bit of sunshine and we've come right round to the headland. This is on the other side of the surf that you may have seen as we came in yesterday. We've had a look at what's going on underneath the water, and there's hardly any coral. Most of the coral is just smashed coral. One or two bits that are starting to grow and a few fish. But really it's just a very beautiful paradise beach.
Well, it's been another hard day's work on this little tropical island. The surf has been brilliant. I've been catching some big curvers. I've no idea what I'm talking about, but I fancy a drink, and I heard that somewhere around here there is a local pub that might be willing to serve me up some of my favourite, finest beer. Let's go and have a look. Oh, what do we have here?
Oh, Jamie, hello there. Welcome back to the Rose and Crown. What can I do you for?
Well, I'm feeling particularly parched. I don't suppose you serve Adnams, do you?
You're in luck. I've got one bottle left.
I suppose it's Ghost Ship, is it? Oh my word.
Yeah, especially for you, mate.
What a darling. Have one for yourself.
Cheers, don't mind if I do.
Wow, what a treat.
There you go.
Adnams Ghost Ship, my very favourite. How did you know?
It was in the stars. Feeling a bit peckish. Got some little treats here for you as well.
Peanuts.
Right. I will enjoy this one myself. Do you want me to open yours, sir?
Please. It's your job after all. Cheers, love.
All right, mate. I'll let you pour it, shall I?
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
God, that tastes good. It's like being back in Suffolk. No, we're not sponsored by Adnams, but yes, Adnams is, in my opinion, the greatest brewery in the world, and there's something a little bit odd actually drinking a pint of nice IPA in the tropics south of the equator, but it's going down very well. Ah, God, that's so good. That is so good. So we are in the only resort in the area. And by that I mean is if you look on Google Earth, if you look on the charts, look in the pilot guide, there is only one resort labelled here. Now I don't know if it's specifically a surf resort, but they do have surfboard hanging racks underneath each of these cabanas on stilts. Just one problem, it's not open, it's closed, there's no one here. I was just chatting to the foreman, I guess is the foreman, he was in charge of cleaning up coconuts over there. His name's Johnny, and he said the owner is in Padang at the moment, so unfortunately we are not going to be able to enjoy a nice cool bintang by, of all things, the swimming pool which they have over there.
It's March and the Sipika resort hasn't opened yet, which is a shame because it looks really pretty. We're on the sunset side. There's a great bar, nice decking area and a pool, and the sea directly in front of us. This is the off season apparently. It's the off season because the surf's not good enough for the surfers. But for us it's definitely the on season. It's just beautiful here. And the added bonus of coming here in the off season is that we're only ones here in the whole resort. We've also pretty much got the island to ourselves. We've got Johnny here looking after the resort, and we've got some fishermen. A couple have come and said hello to us, but other than that it's really quiet and just perfect.
Well, as the sun starts to set over the horizon, probably got another hour of light. Just thought I'd go for a quick wander down the shore. And it's at this time of day when this place really starts to become alive and kind of you can hear the shore lapping at my ankles as I walk down here. There's a little bit of plastic, of course. It's been swept up. Not much they can do about that, I guess. But interesting to see what is on the shore. We've got little shell crabs that are running around as I walk down the beach. We've got creeper plants. We've got some interesting seeds, some very large seeds like the size of coconuts that are being washed up. We'd love to know what those are. And lots of driftwood as well. So great opportunity to have some campfires here. But there's no one to have campfires with because there is no one here. Liz being a real tourist, putting her latest selfie Instagram picture up. No doubt she'll use some kind of soft filter, make herself look younger and more beautiful. Not that she could be any younger or more beautiful than she already is. Twat. Okay Liz, we're not quite halfway down Sumatra, but it's coming into the first half of our trip.
Yeah.
Thoughts so far?
Yeah, I think it's been really interesting meeting Indonesians and getting to know a little bit about this part of Indonesia, which is no doubt completely different to every other part of Indonesia. We've had an incredibly warm welcome from everybody. The islands are beautiful. They remind us a little bit of the Maldives because they're quite flat a lot of the time, but they're so full of vegetation and there's so many coconuts everywhere. That's the difference. It's much more lush. The sad part is, and we've learned this only since we've been here, is that the massive earthquake that they had 3 months after the famous tsunami, which we all know about, has really affected these islands from the point of view that it moved them. A lot of the coral reefs were all broken up. So some of the snorkeling and the swimming we were expecting, rather like the Anambas, that's not to be had here really. It's like a really great adventure so far. The other thing that's slightly against us is time. We've got to get to Jakarta to get out and come back again, so we're having to push on perhaps a little bit more than we would have liked. However, having said that, we have managed to stop in most places and we've had some good times ashore, so at the moment I'm loving it. I really am quite bowled over by this place.
Hold on now, don't look down. Feel the tide, feel the tide.
Just as we were leaving, Johnny gave us 2 coconuts. Coconuts are available everywhere here, but when they're given to you as a gift, they're really special. So I think we might be opening these and maybe having a little bit of rum with them. What do you think?
I think that's a very good idea. Cheers, Johnny.
Cheers, Johnny.
Well, a relatively early start this morning. It's 7 o'clock. Having had a supermoon last night, it was so bright it's like someone left the light on. We had some pretty heavy weather come through as well, just a lot of lightning, a lot of rain, which as you can see is still sort of hanging over us. Now, we are going to be heading down through this little cut, which is somewhere down there. On the charts, it looks pretty hairy. It's littered with rocks, little islands. So we're just going to take it slow. Obviously the charts are completely out, but we do have the satellite imagery to keep an eye on. So we say goodbye to Sipica. Shame we couldn't have stayed longer really. It would have been nice just to have hung out here for a few more days, but time to push on. So Liz is on the case with the anchor and we're getting ready to move forwards.
So we're making our way through the channel between the two islands of Tanah Bala and Tanah Basa. It's quite deep, 20 metres, 30 metres most of the way, but it is strewn with rocks, so we do have to keep a lookout for those. And of course Navionics is way out, so we're having to use eyeballs and our satellite GPS signal. So it's lovely, there's not much wind. We wouldn't be able to do much tacking unless the wind was exactly right for us, because as I say, we've got to be a little bit careful about our route. But it's gorgeous, sun's out, and a nice gentle little stroll through this rather interesting channel.
Okay, here's something odd I've just noticed. As I was explaining, Navionics on our chart plotter, the boat system is showing us over land and going around the east side of this island, which we're not. Liz is also showing the same. This is Navionics app on Android, and yet my phone, which is exactly the same app, is showing us in the correct position. Can someone explain to me why that is? We've both updated our Navionics on our phones recently, so yeah, curious to know, why is that?
So we're coming to the end of our adventure through this channel. It's been interesting. The charts have shown us various things that we didn't see, and we've seen things that the charts didn't see. But it's very beautiful, very flat. We came through on a falling tide, which we wouldn't recommend anyone does because massive current against us. But we've made it. We got down to less than 2 knots at one stage. Back up to 3.5, 4, still got a bit of current against us, but once we're out of here, hopefully that will die down a bit. Behind me, as I pan round, that's the exit there, up there.
Just did a cunning bit of navigation inside this reef, and you can really see it. We're at low water, and it's spring low water as well, and with that sunshine you can really see it stand out. Few fishermen hanging around, making the most of the shallow waters there. And as we swing round, we've got more reef on this side. This is mainland, I suppose you could call it. Another reef sticking out there. But we are safely in 35 meters of water, and this was only really possible by using the satellite data.
We are in the southernmost point, pretty much near the south part of the Telos little group of islands, in a bay called Pastis, And just as an aside, I'm going to be celebrating the fact we're here with pastis in a moment. It's a long, thin bay like a fjord, very gradually getting shallower as it goes in, and it's completely flat in here. Water's quite clear, and we're surrounded by palm trees on both sides. There's a few little villages and houses, and over your shoulders over there's a surfing village, and there's surf at the edge here, so it's another surfing zone.
Hey. This is Dolphin who is single with no children, and he comes from the village just over there. Your village?
Huh?
What is the name of the village?
The village you like?
Yeah, what is the name? The name?
Nine. Durusatu.
Durusatu.
Yeah.
There we
Durusatu.
go, Durusatu. The Dolphin's come over peddling coconuts. We actually don't have any money, but we've given him some pencils, but we won't take the coconuts. They can have the pencils. And he's just cruising around in his little dugout, which is actually made of coconut. You can see there, this guy's got a couple of outriggers on. Dolphins doesn't. Unfortunately, he has to keep bailing it out. What do you think, Millie?
Good. Name card?
Millie.
Millie.
Millie. Yeah.
Millie.
She's famous.
Famous.
Yeah. She's a film star. Dolphin,
Okay.
for you.
Okay. Thanks.
Last two. No more.
Okay.
Finish. Finish.
Oh, hello, it's you. You're here. I'm here. Jamie's there. Lovely to see you. And because you're here, you are going to be in with the chance to win one of these. It's really easy. It's absolutely free. They're worth $15, our FTB mugs. We love them. A lot of people love them. All over the world, people are drinking out of our FTB mugs. Anyway, it could be you soon. Before I explain to you how you get it one of these, just explain what this weird little roll call is. Here it's our patrons, it's our rum funders. If you want to get onto the roll call, look in the description, explains how to do it there. But anyway, back to the FTB mug. In order to win one, you need to like and subscribe, and you need to write in the comments some special words that have just completely escaped me. What did we decide?
FTB mug.
That's it, FTB mug. That's all you have to write in the comments to be in with a chance,
Although
to be in with the draw.
We would like them to comment on the video as well.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Comment on the video. You know we love comments. You know we want to hear your opinions on the video, on life, on sailing, on everything. We like to chew the fat with you guys. So, do it. FTB mug, write it in the comments. Peace and fair winds.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, Gary. You know, I was saying to Wayne the other day about old Sharon. You know, she's been dating Kevin, you know, that one with the old fork. Hi, I'm in the Rose and Crown, and I drink